So my video a few weeks ago about Casio's A1000D was a mixed bag. Some of you really liked this watch and some were on the fence, but let's be clear, the mother of pearl dial was not a hit. Honestly, I do enjoy wearing this watch and the dial doesn't really bother me at all. But all of us are asking, what the heck, Casio, why would you use this dial? Another issue was the bracelet, so instead of solid stainless steel links, they use these pressed metal pieces. Not exactly a premium feel. And finally, most of you thought that the $100 price tag was just too much to swallow. So I decided to pick up this one. This is the new A1000M watch, which is in the exact same lineup and features the same module, but it features a black mother of pearl dial, a Milanese mesh metal band, and a negative display with a blue backlight. I do enjoy wearing this watch too, but it still doesn't press all of my buttons. I admit I like the darker dial a lot better, but the negative display is just too hard to read unless you're in direct sunlight. And no one wants to continue to press a backlight button every single time you want to give the watch a glance. So I thought, how can I make these watches a little bit better? And the answer, in my case at least, was to bring the black dial over to the original A1000D with the stainless steel band. So in this video I'll be deconstructing both watches, swapping the bands and modules, and hopefully coming up with a watch that I can wear daily. So let's hop into it. So first of all, let's get a closer look at the A1000M. It's got the same case as the A1000D. And the dial is still pearl styled, but it's darker and much easier on the palette. If we get up super close, you can see the mixture of iridescent colors. But in real life, under normal circumstances, it's just dark. It's really not easy to pick up on the pearl styling. Of course, in bright lights you can really pick up on the coloring, but on their website they make this thing look like it's multicolored. And honestly, I don't know why they did that, because in normal real life conditions, it just honestly doesn't really look like that. And the Milanese band on this watch is nice too. Unlike the linked band, this one is much easier to adjust. There are no pins to pound out, thank goodness. I'll probably use this on some other Casio models that I have. And I admit the backlight is super cool if that's what you're into. It's got this Egyptian blue glowing panel with the negative display. Really sharp looking. But unfortunately, it's really hard to read under normal lighting conditions. Everything else is the same as the A1000D, including the new screw down case back and the 3479 module. So let's start off by removing both bands. First I want to pop out this pin on the A1000D. And then we can use the quick release mechanism to get rid of the straps on both watches. Alright, and now that we've got both timepieces, let's remove the case backs and swap the modules and hopefully avoid getting any dust inside. Alright, so here's the watch with the case back off. Both watches are completely identical. And here we are getting a closer look at the stainless steel case. And you can see some of the milling marks in there from where they carved out the stainless steel. So one thing to keep in mind with these watches is that there is a tiny little spring that goes right in the middle. And without that spring, the sound will not work. So when working on this watch, make sure that you don't lose this tiny spring. Alright, so here are the two new modules side by side. I honestly think both of these models look better with the inverted modules. The white one has a bit more classier appearance, and the black one is just easier to read and a lot sharper. So side by side, I think both of these look a lot better. I'm going to definitely go with the positive display one. So let's get the bands back on and see what they look like. So let's go ahead and give this one a look on the wrist. Again, I have a 6.75 inch wrist. And there you go. I really like the new version. The new black dial is so much more sharper looking. Stainless steel band is okay, but still fits well. And all in all, I think it came off pretty well. So there you go. Here are the two watches side by side. And I really like how they came out. I think they both look really nice. So if I were working for Casio, I'd probably call this new one the A1000X. But anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you like my content. As usual, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.